It's Mario Lloyd, also known as Real Estate Guru PK, with the Realist Podcast. On the Realist Podcast, we talk about how to make a dollar, how to keep a dollar, and we touch on hot topics. We're launching my Patreon with my whole real estate portfolio, and you're also going to get the podcast before it goes out on all the platforms. You can find me on Instagram at Real Estate Guru PK. You can find me on YouTube at Real Estate Guru PK. And you can find my podcast on Instagram, The Realist Podcast. How y'all doing, man? I got my guy with me, man.
What's up? How's it going? Long time no see.
I got my man Hyman, man. He came on the podcast like 3-4 years ago when I didn't really have that I didn't have that many big entrepreneurs, influencers yet, and I think he had like 200,000-300,000.
Yeah, like 250.
250.
I got double that now.
Yeah, you got 517,000.
Yeah, you know the exact number.
Yeah. Like, man, how'd you double your following?
You know, it's kind of like crazy because I grew so fast in the beginning, and that, you know, might look like it's a good thing, but at the same time, like, it can also be a bad thing because since you grow so fast, you kind of like, that's all you know. That's kind of what you expect. So the second that you see like a slight decrease, or like you see that it's kind of like staying consistent, like not really going as fast, then you're kind of like, oh, like, what's going on? But I mean, it's just, I guess, consistency. I haven't been consistent recently. I mean, you know this. I took a year break, just got back into YouTube. So hopefully when I come back in 3 years, I'll be at 1 million.
Can you come back in a year? Like, you got to be 3 years?
Well, I'm here every 3 years, so.
I fly you out in a year. How's that?
Oh, yeah, because the drive, man. We just got here from the drive, and I hate driving. That's why, like, if I go anywhere, I got to fly. You know, I thought about flying here.
Give me 6 months, I'll fly you out. How's that? I'll fly you and your fiance out.
Yeah, cool. Nah, I want to do that to you.
No, it's cool.
No, I feel like we get made fun of, like, flying from Fort Worth to Houston. Like, that's unheard of.
I got the Amex Platinum and the Chase Sapphire, so
cool,
it's
then,
like I get free points.
I'll let you know then.
Okay, cool. So you recently got engaged.
Yeah. She I brought my fiance with me. She's checking out at the hotel. She couldn't be here, but yeah, I've been engaged for 6 months. 6 months now. Man, time's going by quick. But yeah, she's been with me ever since I started my business, high school sweethearts. So I just knew.
You just knew. So when are y'all gonna get married?
You know, we're still looking at like venues and stuff. We're aiming for like October. So that's why we haven't gotten the invitation. Don't worry.
Does this come in October?
No, next year. No, next year.
Okay.
Yeah, next year. We want to like enjoy the whole like fiance type of thing. So yeah.
So after you get married, you plan on having kids?
Yeah. Yeah, because you know, I've been down to having kids for a couple years now, but she's like, no, like, gotta get married first, then like we're gonna have kids.
So she put them standards on.
Yeah. That's so probably like the year after. Probably 2026. You know, we're gonna have a little Jaime.
So you gonna have a junior?
Yeah.
So she's cool. She's cool with that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be straight up. I don't like my name.
Oh, you don't like your name?
It's more of like, you know, I spent my whole life kind of correcting people on my name. Jamie. So like, and it gets annoying after a while. You know, my name's Jaime. But in school, you know, they read it, they're like, oh, it's Jamie here. Yeah. And like, I just go by Jamie sometimes.
Okay, so you tired of correcting people?
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I feel like he kind of, you know, because I hope to grow my business big enough to like, I can, you know, eventually pass it on. So he'll like continue the legacy, like what I started and my name. I think that'd be cool.
So you just sold the exotic.
Yeah, no, that was like almost a year ago now.
That was a year ago.
Yeah, almost. It was like end of last year. I sold my company. It was called Exotic World. Yeah, I imported snacks from like around the world, sold them online. And that did well because it was like during the pandemic. So a lot of people were buying stuff online. And man, it did crazy good. But eventually, like, more and more people started like finding the suppliers of like where I was buying the stuff from, and I saw more and more people doing the same thing. So I was like, man, I gotta get out before like it's too late.
Too saturated.
Yeah, I probably could have kept it going. You know, I had a good brand, good name. Like my TikToks got like millions of views, but at the same time, like it was taken away from my vending machine business. Like throughout the time, the 2 years that I ran Exotic World, I didn't grow my vending business at all. So yeah, I just sold it, got rid of it, and I'm focusing on vending now.
That radio interview you did, that was super dope. When you did the interview, how was you feeling?
The one, which one?
The one what were you called in?
Yeah. So, yeah, it was like a country like music radio station, kind of random to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But it was I don't think it wasn't live, so that was good. But yeah, they kind of just called me up. Man, it was exciting. Because they aired it like a week after we did like the interview, but it was like early, like 5 a.m. So like me and my fiance now, woke up extra early. Like damn, like I'm gonna be on the radio. So
cool.
Woke up and yeah, a lot of like it's kind of cool. It's like seeing stuff like that. It kind of like shows that whatever you're doing, it's like reaching more and more people and motivating more people. Because again, it's not just the radio, but it's been like multiple articles and stuff like that. So I think it's pretty cool.
Are you gonna stay in the Fort Worth area, or are you gonna try to branch out a little bit?
So for vending, I'm like all over DFW, and I think in my lifetime, I'm gonna stay in DFW because it's a huge metroplex. I don't think even in my lifetime I would be, probably big enough to even have to expand into other states. But at the same time, you never know. If it happens, then it happens. Because I know like the biggest vending companies in the world have been doing it for generations. So we'll just see what happens.
Where you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, probably opening up a coffee shop.
Coffee shop?
Yeah.
So that's the next move for you?
Yeah, next move, to be honest. Kind of random, I haven't really like talked about it anywhere. Yeah, I want to open up a coffee shop, but yeah, it's been like a recent hobby. Got my own little espresso machine at home.
Yeah, I see that.
Make a coffee every morning. I think it's more of like a passion type of thing, not really like to make money. I look at a lot of like videos about different businesses, and apparently coffee shops run at like a 5 to 10% profit margin, which is like crazy. That's crazy low. A lot of them don't even make money on coffee. They make their money with like selling their beans or whatever that they roast. So it's not really for money. It's just like something I enjoy doing.
Where you get your ambition from?
I think it's just like if I see something that I like, I kind of just roll with it. So like, the coffee, it started off as like, I used to like just go into coffee shops in my city, trying out new coffee. And it kind of was just like, not like a lot of these coffee shops, like it's hard finding like really good ones. And it kind of just makes you think like, I can probably do it better. Same thing with vending, like it's just a lot of vending companies out there that don't really give a good service. So it's just like, I can probably do it better. I think it's just more of like a confidence thing there, type of thing. I don't know.
How much you make just with the vending machines a month?
So the business itself brings in like we're closing in on like
50,000
a month. Yeah.
A month. Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that's cash flow? That's not.
Yeah, it's just cash flow. Revenue coming in.
That's not products. That's just straight cash flow.
Yeah, just like total money coming in from like money that we're making from the product that we're selling. A lot of people, ask me like, oh, is it revenue or is it profit? It's always going to be revenue when you talk about like numbers like that. So it's not profit. I still got to pay for the product. I'm on salary. My fiance is on salary. So we're basically like employees for the company. But yeah, it's a slow grind vending. That's something a lot of people don't understand. It's a slow grind. So, yeah,
how many vending machines you got?
Like 50.
50?
Yeah.
So you make probably like 100
I guess if you average it out, it comes out to like 1,000 a machine.
1,000 machine,
which is kind of crazy to think about because the national average is like $400 a month. But I just have some great locations.
Okay.
It's like a trial and error, like I've been doing it for 6 years now. So like, of course, like in the beginning, my first 2, even 3 years, like I had locations that were just making $200 a month, like $400 a month. So it's just one of those things that you kind of just have to go through the process until you start getting better and better customers.
If you could change anything in your past, like do you regret anything?
I think, yeah. Something probably not being as organized with my money. So I feel like I probably could have been bigger if I was more like organized with my money. And what I mean by that is like looking into like loans, lines of credit, like other ways to grow my business without me having to use my own money. Because that's kind of like what's hurting me right now on growing. I have a lot of customers that want machines, but I can't grow as fast because I just don't have the capital to just keep, putting on machines, because vending machines are pretty expensive. So yeah, it's kind of what because everything I make, I'm kind of having to pour back in. But I'm working on that now. I have pretty good credit. So hopefully in the next 6 months, I can find a good line of credit, a good bank loan. And that'll help a lot.
Have you, what's your credit score?
It's like at 720.
So you never thought about getting a loan out?
I tried literally 2-3 months ago. I tried applying for the American Express business line of credit. Because I'm a customer of American Express. I have the gold and the business platinum. So I thought I get approved for the line of credit, but I didn't. So I think they told me I can try again in like 6 months. So, in the next 2-3 months, I might either try applying again or I might apply at Chase. I just started banking with Chase like 8 months ago.
8 months ago.
So, and that's kind of the reason why I moved over to Chase, because I was at Wells Fargo, but I heard Chase was good for loans. So I kind of moved all of my business money that's coming in into Chase, and hopefully that helps me in the next few months also.
You tried Navy Federal?
I actually just made an account with Navy Federal.
Man, they are super easy.
Yeah?
I guarantee you could get a $25,000 credit card and a $25,000 loan like that.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to try to do. My brother, he's in the Marines. So that's how I was able to get the account.
Navy Federal, USAA, and SoFi is pretty easy too.
Yeah. The reason I was looking into like a line of credit or like a loan is because, like, to be honest, I feel like I need like minimum 100, because every new customer that we're placing, we're spending like maybe at least
12,000.
Yeah, for each location. We've spent all the way up to like 25 just for one location, and that includes like the vending machines, the product, the card readers. Now, of course, the ones that are more expensive is just because it's more machines there. But yeah, 25K will go by quick in 2 locations.
Why'd you decide to close down your warehouse that you had?
Because I moved into a better one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't put that in your video?
No. Yeah, you're actually the second person that asked me that, and I thought it was kind of like obvious because I just posted a video about me moving out of my old warehouse.
Yeah.
And at the end of the video, I was at the new warehouse. I don't know if you saw until the end, but yeah,
No,
at the end.
But I thought that was for Exotic Pop, because you said you was closing down Exotic Pop.
Yeah.
And then you decided to. I thought all that just had that product.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. No, we did move into another warehouse, same size, just double the price. Because it's air conditioned.
Yeah, my wife was like, he stopped doing vending machines. I was like, now that's clickbait.
Yeah, no, I got a couple people in the comments got upset at me because of the clickbait.
Yeah.
But I thought it was like the perfect title, because I haven't posted in a year. So I was like, oh, because people were asking me like, hey, did you sell your business? Did you sell?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, perfect title. But yeah, I'm back at it. So hopefully I can stay consistent this time.
Will you ever sell your vending machine business?
I always tell people that I wouldn't sell my vending business, but it's stressful. It's like some days I'm just like, damn, like I have no idea how, like my, can I cuss here or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was like, I don't know how the hell like my fucking like blood pressure is not like so high all the time, because like I wake up and the first thing I think about is like, fuck, like what locations do we got to go to today, or like, oh, I got to go fix this machine that has been giving me issues for like a couple of days. Or like, customers like getting mad because prices are so high.
Also, how do you get the complaints? Like they write it online?
No, it's just like when we're there. So like if a machine's like broken down, they'll call us.
Okay. So
we'll try to fix it. If we can't, we got to keep going back until we have what we need to fix it. But prices, it's whenever we're there. They're like, yo, like, can you guys lower the prices? Like it's cheaper at QT, cheaper at Walmart. And it's just something that like, it's kind of hard to explain because they don't really understand that, huge corporations like that have cheaper prices because they buy the product cheaper than like I'm able to buy it for. Of course, because they're buying like millions of whatever they're buying for all of their stores. So that's kind of like something hard right now because prices have been going up a lot. So kind of having to explain to our customers
Inflation.
that. But yeah, to answer your question, I always say no. But maybe one day when I'm like 30, 40 and I've had it one day.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What if somebody was like, I got $1 million right now, what's up?
If I didn't have to sign a no compete agreement, I would.
So that means you're gonna sell it, then you're gonna start over.
Yeah. Just because.
Well, what if it was just in like the Dallas DFW area? What if you just like, oh, I'm just gonna move to Houston? What about that?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Because the thing with vending, I don't understand why, but it doesn't sell for as much as you would think. So, with other businesses, you can sell them for ×2, maybe even ×3 the yearly sales, right? For vending, like, you're lucky if you get ×1. I see people selling them for like 0.75, even for like 0.5. And I'm just like, I would not sell my business for half of what it's making, in a year. So that's kind of another reason. But if I can get like, $1 million, that would be like ×2. So it'd be dumb for me not to say yeah.
Oh, so $1 million, so you do it for me. If they like you can't compete with me.
I think I would. I don't know. I would have to see the check first.
Okay.
And then think about it for a couple of days.
But like half of that's going to like, I think taxes.
Yeah, like what, like 40% maybe?
I think something like that.
Probably not then.
So it's really like 600,000.
Yeah, then I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I guess that answers my question.
So the goal is to pass it on to your kids, your son.
Yeah, that's the goal. Because I think vending is something that can be done for a long time. Which I think is something that like is important to think about whenever anybody wants to start any business. You got to think about like the longevity of it. Is it something I can do for 20, 30, 50 years or pass it on? And I think vending is one of those things. Even if the economy is not good, during the pandemic, we doubled our business.
How was y'all able to do that during the pandemic? Because like everything like kind of closed down, right?
Well, technically, I mean, we were here in Texas. I don't know if...
No, you're right. Nothing. Texas, Atlanta, and what, Miami?
I don't even know, but yeah, I know over here, like, I think at most everything was closed down for like a couple weeks. But at least most of our locations, they were still open. A lot of them were office buildings, barbershops, warehouses. They still stayed open. And it's kind of funny because we have some locations where like they did not allow like customers or like just people going in except us because they wanted their Coke, they wanted their bag of chips, they wanted their snacks. So that kind of just showed me like, hey, like literally doesn't matter if there's like a national pandemic or anything. I think this is something that could always be like.
Were you worried that it was like your location was going to get shut down and your money was going to like decrease?
I was a little bit worried because I have like friends that do like vending also in like other states and their businesses were shut down, especially like over there in California. So like I was like, damn, like, if that happens to me, like, what am I going to do? Now, thankfully, that was around the same time where I was like at my peak on YouTube. So like the majority of my money was just coming from YouTube. So I feel like I would have been okay. But at the same time, I don't know, because I guess I was making videos about my business. So if I couldn't even do that, then who knows?
Then you had the couples.
Yeah, couple channel.
How much was you making on that one?
I think maybe like $700 a month.
$700? Are you still making money on that or no?
No.
It's stop.
No, I always tell my fiance this. We should have kept that channel going because
it was going. I was watching it.
Yeah, no, it was starting. It was actually growing.
Yeah, it was.
And I didn't realize that until like after I had stopped. I was like, damn. Because I think we only had like 15,000 subscribers on that channel.
Y'all started during the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
Everything was going crazy at that time.
And we were getting more views than we had subscribers. So, but at the same time, like if you like watch YouTube now, couple channels don't even like really exist right now. So I feel like eventually it would have like gone downhill.
But I think y'all's was organic though, and y'all still together. Those couples, they're not together no more.
Yeah, so I
see what you mean. Like Chris and Queen, and like they're not together no more. So I think y'all would have still been good.
Yeah, something I've always thought about those couple channels is I feel like since they have to post so much, whether like the videos are real or not, I feel like that kind of still puts pressure like on the relationship, and that's probably why a lot of those don't last.
See, y'all, I mean, you can see the genuineness, like y'all really like each other, like y'all like being around each other, and like even when you doing the skits, like when you was in the vending machine, like it was like she's like really laughing.
No, I mean a lot of couples, they can't be with each other all day every day, but me and her we can. So I think that's good.
Are you still making money on your main channel, or that's
no, even though like I didn't post for 12 months, it will still make like every month I was still getting like anywhere from 800 to like 1,000.
Oh, for real?
A month, yeah.
That's still good money.
Yeah, I mean for not doing anything, yeah. And it's because like my CPM is decent. So if it wasn't, if I was out here like making entertainment videos or whatever, or like gaming videos or whatever, I feel like it would have been lower. But yeah, I think my CPM helps a lot.
How much was you making in your prime, like when you was really posting?
Probably like, not as much as you would think, because it took a while for my CPM to go up. Like for the first 3 years when I was making the most views on my channel, it was like low. Like I'm talking about $4, maybe $5 max per 1,000 views, which is still higher than like a lot of other channels. But it kind of just shows like, I guess, how much money I lost, because now it's like double that. So, if I was making back then like 12K a month, I could have probably been making 20, 25.
25, yeah. What are if somebody wants to get started in vending machines right now, what are the 5 things they need?
I think the first thing they need is a little bit of capital.
Okay.
So, I mentioned earlier, that's kind of like what I'm kind of struggling with, is growing because of that. Now, you don't need a lot of money to start a vending business. You can do it with a few $1,000s, but you do need some money to start. After that, of course, you got to still have like a job, have money coming in to be able to put into the business. A lot of people think that they're going to buy a vending machine, put it on location, and then grow from the sales that they get from that first location, but it's not going to come in fast enough to where they can grow fast enough. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, you got to remember that like it's a business. So, vending, like it looks fun. Like, oh, I'm going to buy a vending machine, put on location, buy some snacks, some drinks, make some money. Fun. Now, it is fun, but at the same time, like it's a business. Like there's like logistics behind of it. You got to like track inventory. You got to see what sells. You got to plan the route. Now, of course, that's like later in the game. Once you have just like a couple locations in the beginning, probably easier than once you grow. But just something to keep in mind, because, some people, they might just want to start it as like a side hustle. Others actually want to build it into a career. So I guess just figure out which one you want. Third, you got to be good at talking to people. Now, you don't got to be the best at it. For example, me, I wouldn't say I'm good at sales, but, in vending, it sells. You're basically selling the service to locations. Hey, do you guys want a vending machine? Oh, no, we're okay. You got to keep trying until you can land one. So a lot of people, they get into vending, they buy a vending machine, they go to 2, 3, 4 different locations. Hey, do you guys want a vending machine? They say no, and then they give up after a few tries. So it's something that, you got to keep trying until you find one. I would say those are the 3 main ones, to be honest.
2 more?
2 more? Man. I guess
like recommend like a grocery store like Sam's or something.
Oh, like product wise?
Yeah, product wise.
Yeah, so your margins are going to be very important. You want to make sure you're making money. I struggled with this in the beginning. I tried being the cheapest in my city to kind of be able to get more customers. But if you keep growing, you're basically you're going to be working for free if you're not making a certain percentage. So yeah, make sure you buy product at a lower price. Sam's Club's always going to be the best place to buy your product from. A lot of people ask like, oh, what about Coke? What about Pepsi? Once you get to like distributors and like suppliers, it's more of like the time that you're getting from them, but you're paying more actually. So right now we order from Coke, we order from Pepsi. We order Celsius Energy because it's one of our popular one of our more popular energy drinks, and they're like probably 40 cents more per unit than buying them at Sam's Club. Now, the reason why we go to Pepsi is because at Sam's Club, one, it's a variety pack that they sell you. So it's just one box with 3 flavors. So we kind of have to struggle with like, oh, we got to open up multiple boxes if we want the same flavor. Or you always have that one flavor that doesn't sell. So that's kind of what you pay for once you get bigger. And you kind of have to, unless you want to have a whole bunch of just random opened, boxes of Celsius or even Gatorade, everything that comes in a variety box. If you don't want to go through all that, then you kind of have to go through these like distributors and stuff.
Okay. Name 10 products that you need in your vending machine.
If you're here in Texas, Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
That's literally my number one best-selling like item overall. I think I sell like probably 1,500 bottles a month of Dr. Pepper. Next is gonna be Cool Ranch Doritos and Classic Lay's. Now, those are actually it's not even like top 5, top 10 for our best-selling items, but it's the brand. It's a brand that everyone's going to recognize. Cool Ranch Doritos, Classic Lay's. It's just the OGs. So I feel like those have to be in every single vending machine. Okay. That's 3. 4 and 5, I would put energy drinks. So Monster and Celsius. I mentioned Celsius sells pretty well right now for us. But yeah, energy drinks, man, we go through them like it's water. Like I feel bad for some of the guys at some of our locations because like they come up to us and because they'll come and like request certain flavors for like Monster or whatever. And they're like, hey, can you bring in this flavor? Like it's my favorite. And I'm like, okay, cool. And they're like, yeah, I normally drink like 2 or 3 Monsters a day. I'm like,
all that sugar.
Man, like kind of feel bad. We do feel bad sometimes for all the stuff that we sell because a lot of the stuff is junk food. Yeah. But
well, why though? Like Coca-Cola don't feel bad. They don't.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, like, I guess it's more of like, I feel like especially now, recently we've seen more and more people try to be healthy. On TikTok, you see people talking about like food coloring, artificial flavors, Red 40, all that stuff. And I'm actually one of those people. Like, I'm like really picky about my like ingredients and everything. And because of that, I try to source snacks and drinks that people like me would also enjoy. That's what I do. I put a few like organic coconut drinks in the machines or like chips baked with avocado oil. If you guys know, you know. But no, there is some people that are like picky about the ingredients. So I try to cater to everyone.
Okay. What doesn't sell? Like what's like absolutely like no like never sold?
What doesn't sell is like kind of weird because I was just talking about this, but like healthy stuff. So the couple items I put in there just so people don't say that I don't have anything healthy in there. And also in case that person, if like management, oh my bad, if management ever like goes up to one of our machines and they want a healthy item and they don't see anything, I don't want them to kind of say anything. But yeah, like just like granola bars. I don't even know what's considered healthy because like healthy snacks aren't even healthy. But yeah, I guess it's just all the small stuff like that people think is healthy, like skinny popcorn chips or whatever.
Skinny.
Yeah, like Snickers, Doritos are always gonna just sell more. Yeah.
But what was like your biggest like? I don't want to say mistake, but like the biggest thing that happened that was like bad, like in vending machines that happened to you?
I think I'd probably say not being ready for like big accounts. So, the first few years, like I mentioned, I was used to like locations that were making $300 a month, $400 a month. With those types of locations, you can fill them up and come back every 2 weeks. Not worry about it. But once you start getting into like bigger and bigger locations that have 100 employees, 200 employees, I mean, you got to go once. We have some locations that we're going twice a week. So, in the beginning, like getting into those types of accounts, it kind of like made us look a little bit bad because they would kind of just go through the product quicker than we were able to handle. So a lot of the times, the machines would be empty in the beginning, but it's something that I kind of had to like adapt and like learn quickly. Like, okay, we got to start ordering more product. We got to start finding better ways to transport our product to these locations to be more efficient. We got to start planning like the route. We don't want to drive all the way to Dallas and then drive all the way back to Fort Worth like 2 days in a row. Might as well hit those locations one day, these locations this day. So it's basically, just growing and not being prepared for that.
Okay. How has your fiance helped level you up as an entrepreneur?
I think, so it's been both. It's a good question. It's been both physically and emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
So physically, she's always helped run the business.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, like I mentioned, we're both under salary. So she's actually the route driver. She goes out, she fills up the machines, Monday through Friday. I'm kind of in the back end, talking to locations, acquiring new customers, stuff like that, buying product. So as we were scaling, if I had to go and like go to a meeting with like a new customer, or if I had to film a YouTube video or edit a video, she would be the one that goes out and fills up the machines. So, of course, if she wouldn't have been there, I probably, one, wouldn't have grown my vending business as much, or two, probably even grown my YouTube channel as much, because it would have taken time from just both. And then emotionally is more of like, if like I'm stressing about something, maybe a machine that we can't fix, she's just always there. Like, we've fixed so many things that I've always said, like, there's no way that this can be fixed, or I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I've always just been able to figure it out. So she kind of always just reminds me of that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like y'all seem more like best friends than like a couple.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's I think we have a pretty good relationship. We're always together.
Do y'all argue?
We do.
For real?
Yeah, we do. I think it'd be bad if we didn't.
It don't. I mean, there's couples that don't argue. I'll say that. They're out there. It's probably rare, but they're out there. I thought y'all was one of them.
Nah, we do argue. We used to argue a lot more. Not as much like these past few years, but I'm pretty sure a lot of relationships are also like that. You argue the most of the first few years. But we still argue every now and then. It's more of like, I don't want to say dumb stuff because she's gonna be watching this, and it's never dumb stuff.
Yeah.
But just like, I don't even want to name stuff either.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. I'm cool. It don't seem like you seem like a homebody, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like it seems like you grew up real fast. Like you seem like you're playful in your videos, but you're about your money, you're about your business. Like I don't think you went through like a club phase or anything like that. So it's just been you and your girl since day one, and y'all out here getting money.
Yeah.
What made you bypass that whole process? Like, I wish I would have bought. Like I was like with my boys going out. You didn't do that, right?
No, I didn't. Which, there's like good and bad ways you could look at both point of views, because I didn't go through that, but then sometimes I'm like, damn, like I didn't really go through like my party phase. I didn't go out. I didn't like, even go to college, go through the whole like party type of thing.
You didn't date no other girls?
No. So it was just like, I did have like a few girlfriends in high school, but it was like, I feel like, not that I missed out, but I'm like, damn, like you just hear so many like stories from like people like, oh, I went through this, I went through that. Just kind of like, damn, like I didn't go through none of that. But I think the reason why is because I think growing up, like during high school time, there was like stuff that I wanted. Now we weren't poor, but of course we didn't have money to just spend on stuff that we wanted. We had everything that we needed, but I feel like, there was some stuff that like, you start comparing yourself to like other kids in school, like whether it's a car that they have or like the latest phone. So I'm just like, damn, like, or even clothes. Shoes, clothes. I'm like, damn, like, I literally got to go work and make my own money if I want to buy these things. And that kind of like led me, to get my first job at 14. And then from there, it was just, the money was coming in. I'm like, damn, like I can start buying things. I can buy clothes. And I always preferred. I mean, I don't know why. I guess to answer your question, like, because there's been times where I had the opportunity, because I worked weekends. So, and of course I had a few friends. So there was times where like I did have the option to either go to work or go out. And I always just chose work for some reason.
Why though?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's because I knew I wanted to start a business after high school. So like all the money I was making in high school, I was just saving. I graduated with like $5K saved up, ready to start something. So like every paycheck I got, I'm like, hell yeah, like this is just adding to the pot. And if I miss a week, like if I missed a day, I subtract that amount that I could have made.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I did, because like it's like money lost. I've missed graduations for work. I've missed birthday parties for work. Now, I'm not saying that because I'm proud of it. And if anything, I regret it. So it's just something that like, for anybody watching to keep in mind, like, I feel like stuff like, I see it now, that stuff like that is more important than like work. Because, people are, especially like stuff like that only happens once. If you have a graduation, if you have somebody's birthday party, even if it's for a couple hours, it's important to go, at least show up.
You seem like some people are like motivated and you're driven. Yeah,
I'm driven. And I was actually just having this conversation with my fiance like yesterday morning. I was like, damn, like I'm kind of stressed. And it's just because, not that I feel like I'm behind, but especially now, I'm sure you know this, but on social media, like I feel like even younger and younger people are like making it.
You talking about the YouTubers,
like YouTubers, TikTokers, like there's people in high school, starting something, whether it's drop shipping, clothing brand, and it's just like, damn, like.
So you feel like you're constantly trying to catch up.
Pretty much, yeah. Now, I've come to realize that like there has to be like a point where you stop, because I realized that like once you hit a point, you're gonna want to go to the next point. So it's not more of like like there's people younger, so I gotta like make more, because once I make more, and then I'm gonna want to make more. It's not really for that. It's just more of like okay, I'm about to turn 25. I'm not trying to like, one day I just want to be able to just chill, travel. And I don't want to do that when I'm like 60 or something. So I'm like, okay, like what do I got to do to grind for the next 10, 15 years to be able to do that?
Okay. Like when you finally retire, are you going to stay where you at, or are you going to like go to Puerto Rico or somewhere?
No, I think probably Mexico.
Mexico? Okay.
Yeah, started, we just got our passports last year, so we've been going back and forth to Mexico. And I was actually raised over there when I was little. So it was like my first time going back since I was little. And man, Mexico's great. I don't know like if you've ever gone or if you...
We used to go to Matamoros when I was a kid.
Yeah.
All the way to like, I want to say when I was in high school. In Bronzeville. I mean, Bronzeville was right there at the border. Yeah, it was like right there.
Yeah, no, we went back to my hometown and loved it. I mean, half my family is over there. So, like, if the U.S. ever goes to shit, at least can go back over there.
Back home?
Yeah.
How did they treat you over there?
Cool.
Did they treat you like a big timer?
No. It's because I come from a family of, like, business owners.
Oh, okay.
So like my grandma, she has her business over there. She owns a couple stores. My uncle over there, he owns farmland. My other uncle owns a bar. So I guess it's not like, oh, it's nothing, but like, oh, like, yeah, it's cool. Like not that they like brush it off, but yeah, it's just how it is.
How your parents feel about your success?
I think they're proud. I mean, I don't really talk to my dad, but my mom, yeah, I think she's proud. She always tells me that she's proud. Because she always tells me that, ever since I was little, she knew that, one day
you're just gonna be the one.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, I've always been like I'm still quiet now, but I've always been the quiet kid, never liked to go out or anything, like we just talked about. So yeah, she always tells me how proud she is.
What got you into YouTube if you was a quiet one?
Man, that's a good question too.
Cause you got to be. You seem real outgoing on YouTube. You seem like real playful. You seem like a jokester.
Yeah.
You constantly messing with your girl.
You know, now thinking about it, I think it's more of the fact that it's maybe the person that like I wish I could be in real life. So, you know, since I've always been quiet, it's kind of something that like people always mention to me, like, oh, why are you so quiet? Or like, why are you so boring? And because of that, you know, I was like, damn, like, I just wish I was more outgoing. I was more fun. So I feel like that's kind of like whenever, I think that's maybe the reason why whenever I wanted to start making YouTube videos, I was able to kind of just like
lock in,
try to be like, I guess, the person that I've always wanted to be. But I've always liked watching YouTube. So that's also another reason why I started making videos. Yeah.
So when your first video takes off, it starts doing numbers. What's going on in your mind?
I think it was, man, I was so excited because it's like literally, because it's like the 6th YouTube channel that I've tried starting after that, right? So it's like,
so that was the 6th, the one that we all watched. Yeah. That's the 6th channel.
Yeah, it's the 6th.
Okay.
Yeah, I've tried gaming channels, I've tried tech channels, I've tried vlogs, I've tried public pranks, and that's the one that hit. But yeah, I remember like, man, like finally, like after so many tries, it's finally like working out. Cause, you know, of course, the other channels that I started, I would always be trying to promote on like my Instagram or my Snapchat stories. And of course, being in school, especially at that time, you'd get made fun of. Like back then, it was not cool to be a YouTuber.
What year was this?
This was probably like, well, like the first couple of channels, this was like middle school. So for me, this was maybe like 2011, 2012.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was just like, I mean, nobody ever like really like bullied me for it, but you know, it's always like the comments where it's like, oh, like, you know, YouTuber, like stuff like that.
So that was the people that you was going to school with, or that was just random people on YouTube?
No, it's people I was going on school with.
Okay.
You know, like friends and stuff like that, like kind of making fun of you a little bit. So after it finally like blew up, I was like, man, like all the hard work paid off. And yeah, I just remember being so excited for it.
So was your girl supportive of the YouTube?
Yeah. She was there for like the previous channel before that, which was like the public pranks. She was never on that channel, but she did even help me film a couple of those videos. I remember now. Now this channel right now, yeah, she's always helped me film also. You know, she's been there to hold the camera even now. And she's even tried like, because editing videos is like really stressful. Like I spend 2-3 days editing.
You're like a perfectionist.
Yeah. So like even a few times she's like, hey, you know, just teach me how to edit. I'll help you edit the videos. And I wish it was as easy as that. But no, yeah, she's always been supportive.
That's cool, man. I remember like I've seen all your videos. So the beginning, it was like she was like kind of in the background, but not really. And then what made you make her get into videos?
It's in the beginning, she was only in the background because she didn't want to be on the camera.
Yeah, I remember her saying that.
Yeah, so she didn't. I mean, I don't know why. She just didn't want to be on camera. So, but I just kept like, you know, pushing her a little bit, more and more.
Was that always a plan to have her on, or
I think it was because, you know, like I've watched YouTube like my whole life pretty much, so I kind of know what works and what doesn't. And, you know, around that time, I was noticing that, like, more people, like, on the screen, the better, because it's more engaging for the viewer.
That's true.
Because, you know, whoever they're watching is having a conversation with each other, so it's just more engaging. And I think that's probably why. So in the beginning, you know, I was like, you know, even if you at least don't want to be on camera, you can still talk behind the camera, and that was enough. But, yeah, eventually she just started being on camera more.
Okay.
She's still not down to, like, record on her own though, because remember the couple channel we were just talking about that, like I told her like, yo, like just take over that channel, like just record whatever you do.
What'd she say?
No, she said no.
She said no.
Because she I don't know why, she just doesn't wouldn't even think about like what to say or stuff like that.
She's a likable person.
Yeah, she and I don't think she like realizes that. Yeah,
she's always smiling. It seems real genuine. Like a lot of people, they're real fake.
Yeah,
and it seems like y'all are really happy.
Yeah, one of the employees at one of our locations like told her that recently, like a couple of days ago, because she was filling up the machine, and yeah, basically, long story short, he told her that, and she was like, "What, really?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, like you're really outgoing. You have a good personality." But so yeah, she doesn't notice that.
What you think it'll take for her to start her own YouTube channel?
I don't think.
You think she'll ever do it?
No, I don't think she'll do it because she's not really like even like a business. Don't get me wrong. I've tried a couple of times to push her to like start a business, and she just doesn't want to. She's not like a big like what would be the word, like materialistic type of person. She does like her nice things every now and then, of course, but her number one priority is not to make more money. So that's probably why she's not really focused on starting a business or like what the next move is.
She got a job. Does she still work at that job?
No, she only had a job for like the first couple of years.
Yeah,
but now that like we've grown the route big enough, she just does that.
Okay, cool. How your taxes like? Are you able to write stuff off?
A lot. Yeah, I actually just did my taxes like 2 days ago.
You get a profit or you got to pay?
No, I got to pay.
Oh, you got to pay?
Yeah, I always got to pay.
How much you got to pay?
I can say, right? Like,
yeah.
So I just did 2023, like I mentioned. I'm always so late. Every year, my CPA already knows to just do the extension for me because I wait so long. 2023, I owe, because I haven't paid it, $14,000.
It's not that bad.
Nah, it's not.
Why don't you get like a truck every year? Like just get a new truck every year, write the whole thing off.
It's because I don't need to like buy a lot of stuff because the business already has a lot of write-offs. So like the equipment alone, everything we buy is like very expensive. So that's already like 30%. The product, all the inventory, is 40%. So it really stacks up. And at the end of the year, I mean, like we don't really I don't even have to like put in all the small stuff like meals and stuff because the big stuff takes over. But I think eventually, once we get bigger and bigger, might have to, because I noticed that this year, as I was like doing my profit loss statement, I was like, damn, like I've put all the big expenses that I have, and I still made way more than last year. So I'm still gonna have to pay more, but there's not really like much I can do because I have everything that can be writing off. So I feel like eventually, the more that it brings in, maybe the more we would have to spend on other stuff.
When y'all start having kids, is she gonna just stay at home with the kids and you gonna run it, or?
Yeah, that's the goal.
Okay.
Kind of just be like a stay-at-home mom.
So you can write off the kids.
Yeah, write off the kid. What is it, $12K a year?
I think so.
$12K a year.
And then you could like have them as your model or something like that. And you could.
Yeah, no.
I just spoke to my CPA about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know there's a lot of stuff you can do. I mean, that's also why we're under like salary, because we're in LLC, but we file as an S corp. So we saved. So just to give you an example, I think in 2021, I filed as just an LLC, right? And I think that year I had to pay like $15K.
15K?
15, almost $16K. After that year, my CPA was like, yo, do you want to transition over to an S corp? I was like, okay, cool. If that'll help. He was like, you just got to pay yourself a reasonable amount. Got to get on payroll, whatever. So we did. The year after that, I think we made, a lot more, maybe like an extra $100K. And I ended up owing even less. I think the year after I owed like 12. So yeah, it saves us a lot from, just trying to figure out like how to do your taxes and how to, I guess, set everything up.
The location you just sold, you sold that because it wasn't making that much money, or you just felt like selling it?
Yeah, so that vending location, I sold it because, yeah, I guess it wasn't making enough money. It was making like $350 a month.
$350 a month.
Yeah, which, I mean, again, it's still a good amount for people that, I mean, the person that bought it is somebody that was just getting into the business. Somebody that's just getting into it, location like that is perfect. Gives them time to learn about the machine, the business, all that stuff. But once you have a route, it's more of like the time that you spend on running that route and having to go to that location. It was out of the way, so it just didn't make sense. Like the $300 that we would go and make for the month, after product costs, everything else, we would be left with like $140. So, that wouldn't even cover gas for the month. So it was, yeah, we sold it.
Are you going to get into the vending machines with that sell the bullets?
No, that'd be cool though.
Why not?
Like,
I had a guess that's what he does. That's what he started doing.
What, for real?
Yeah.
He sells bullets in the vending machine.
Liddell Bugs, he's in Dallas.
No way.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I'll send you an Instagram.
Yeah, because I've been trying to make a video about that.
Yeah.
So like, because I'm making a video where like I go around my town and.
You want me to connect y'all?
That'd be cool.
Okay, cool.
Because like because I go to like the shooting range by where I live, and they have an ammo vending machine in there. So whenever I make the video of like me going to like weird vending machines around my city, I was gonna go to the shooting range and show that. But if I can show the inside of that or something like that, that'd be cool. Okay,
that's cool. That'll be good for his brand. He needs exposure.
Yeah, I mean, so he has them on location.
He does rentals, and now he's doing that.
Okay.
So I think he has he's making bread.
Yeah, that'd be cool to show. Cause yeah, like weird stuff like that, people always enjoy watching.
Okay, that's cool. What else? Like I seen the vending machines that had like the cologne that they just do like one spray.
Yeah, I saw that one too. That was pretty cool.
You gonna do that?
No, it's because
that would do like $1 million in like a week.
I would use that.
Yeah.
So machines like that are cool, but you see machines like that come and go all the time.
Oh, okay. So you think it's a fad?
I think it's a trend. The past 6 months, we had like a cotton candy vending machine trend. I don't know down here, but over there in Dallas, Fort Worth, every single mall over there has a cotton candy vending machine. But before that, it's been either a Skittles vending machine, a pizza vending machine.
I've seen both of those.
And it's just those machines are so expensive and require so much maintenance. It's not scalable. That's the issue with those machines.
So what keeps you like? What makes you determine if it's a fad or if it's feasible?
I think I'm probably not as good at figuring that out because actually I'm gonna be starting like a new I guess business you could call it. It's more like a coaching thing, and I'm doing it with a business partner, and he actually runs a pretty big what do you call it, like vape vending machine business. So he has grown his like vape vending machine business into like 16 cities throughout the US. I think he's made like $5 million altogether from it. And back then I never thought that would be a good idea. Like, oh, who's gonna buy a
vape machine,
a vape out of a vending machine? Like, oh yeah, you could put it like in bars, but would it be?
So you're gonna partner with him?
Yeah, so we're gonna partner together, and we're actually gonna teach people how to start a vending business. So he grew his business pretty big, so that's kind of what we're gonna do.
How'd your courses go? I know you was doing your courses online. How'd it do?
Yeah, so my biggest year for like teaching people was last year, just because I took it serious. The first few years it was just like, oh, if you guys want to learn, you can buy my teachable ebook or whatever. But last year was actually like serious. Like, if you guys want to learn, you can pay to get in. We'll do these like weekly Zoom calls, give you copies of like my contracts, my scripts. We'll build a website for you, basically teach you the ropes from beginning to end. And did pretty well. Probably almost got like 100 students last year. And I actually took a break from that maybe in the last 6 months because, you know, I wasn't posting on YouTube as much anymore. And I feel like those two things go together. So, you know, if you want to sell anything online, you know, you got to have an online presence.
Cool. Where's your like your number one go-to place that you get your vending machines at?
Probably Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah, that's the best place to buy machines because one, it's the cheapest, and two, you can buy a lot of like newer machines at a discounted price. I mean, a brand new vending machine is gonna run you like $6,000. You can find that exact same machine every now and then for like $3,000, so like half the price. Now, at the same time, a lot of machines on Facebook Marketplace are old, outdated, and that's something people don't like know. Like a lot of people that get into vending, they come in and buy like a cheap $500 vending machine thinking they got a great deal, but they don't know that it's like something that's 30 years old that it's gonna not work.
Fall apart.
Yeah. So Facebook Marketplace is always going to be the best. I have bought a few machines, you know, directly from the manufacturers, brand new, and that's just if there's just nothing locally, which will happen. You know, if you can't find something used, then, or like some of the students that I've taught, they're like in smaller towns where they literally have nothing on Facebook. So I'm like, you know, we're gonna either have to like travel somewhere or buy one online. And me being up in DFW, I mean, I've come to Houston multiple times to pick up machines.
Yeah, I helped you that one time.
Yeah, you helped me out that one time, loaded up into the truck. So, and that's like a 4-hour drive just for a machine. That's where I tell people that I coach. I'm like, hey, you know, like don't be afraid to make a 2, 3, 4-hour drive, especially if you're gonna get a great deal.
The reader that you have on your vending machines, every time you make a sale, it goes to your phone, right?
Yeah.
How often do you look at your phone and look at that?
Probably like every day.
But like every hour or like?
So it used to be every like few hours. And the reason why is because the revenue would update automatically, like live. But now this new card reader company that I use, it only updates every 6 hours.
Okay.
So even if I wanted to look at it every hour, I wouldn't be seeing like the up-to-date information. So now I just look at it. The last time it updates is every day at 9 p.m. So at 9 p.m. every day, I just go on and look at the sales to make sure like, you know, it's good. Which the great thing about vending is that the sales is like consistent. Like something like, it's actually scary how consistent it is sometimes because, for example, 1 month, you know, let's say my business did $42,300, right? The next month, it could be $42,600, like literally be off by a few $100s month by month. That's how consistent it is.
Okay. I asked all my guests this: would you be upset if your kids didn't want to, like, they didn't want to be an entrepreneur? They just wanted like a 9 to 5.
I think I would push them to like want to be in the in business world. Because again, you know, I want to grow vending into like an empire over there in DFW. So like, it would be cool to have the family working for the business, you know, my son, my fiance, you know, my brother, whoever. I think that'd be cool. But of course, if they don't want to do something, I don't think I would force them. But I think, you know, teaching them from like whenever they're young that like, not that people should want money, but people might need money. I feel like that could maybe motivate them to maybe not just start a business, but maybe just do something, you know, whether it's go to school or I guess anything.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna bring them with you on the sites, and they're gonna want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, especially because it's one of those things that again looks fun. You know, vending is a fun business, so being around snacks all the time, they'll probably just want to be there to eat them. To be honest, but yeah, no, I think I mean, it'll be cool. Be cool.
Have you ever wanted to quit?
Not quit. Well, I don't know. No, I guess I've like, if it's crossed my mind, but it's never gotten to the point where I'm like, I can't do this. You know, it's crossed my mind. You know, I'm like, what if I just sell everything right now? Move to Mexico. Because yeah, no, I do love it over there, but it's more of like, if I do, because even my fiance says this, like one day if I do end up selling my business or something, like she knows that I couldn't keep going without not working, because I do enjoy working. So she always says like, oh, you probably couldn't do it. And I think she's probably right. Cause like
you could just quit and just do a couple of channels, just do a couple of channels.
Live
off of that.
Yeah, no, I guess if I did quit, I would have to be doing something, because I kind of get anxious if I'm not doing anything. Like we try to take weekends off, but like if I'm just at the house, like laying down, just doing nothing, I'm like, I can't. I really can't.
Do you have any hobbies?
Yeah, so that's kind of where I found the whole like coffee hobby. So since we do try to take weekends off, we will kind of force ourselves to go out, try new things, and it ended up being coffee shops. So that's kind of how I found that passion. So, but yeah, it's just coffee. I mean, that's the only thing I like doing.
Would you ever sell your YouTube channel?
I think it's against the terms of conditions.
Oh, for real?
I think so.
People sell their YouTube channel all the time.
Yeah, I mean, they probably don't enforce it, but I think
what somebody's like, I got 100,000 for you right now for your YouTube channel.
I would take it. I would take it.
100,000?
Yeah, I would take it.
You got 500,000 followers.
Yeah, but
like all your videos, I seen 7 million, I seen 1 million. The videos you did a year ago, you got 500,000 and up. Like there's nothing. The only video that's low is the one you just did that was 25,000. Like your videos in the YouTube algorithm. I mean, your YouTube channel is in the YouTube algorithm.
I think it's more of the fact that like whoever decides to purchase it probably wouldn't be able to keep it going.
Oh,
because that's the thing about YouTube. People are like watching for like whatever they subscribe to. I think if you were to take even like one of the biggest channels in the world and just like brought in somebody new and renamed it, I feel like it wouldn't be it wouldn't be the same.
What if there was vending machines?
I still don't think so.
You still don't think so?
No, because like the personality is like the main thing. A lot of people, it kind of goes into like people that want to get into YouTube and like try to focus on like quality or like editing skills. But if you just have a good personality, then that's all people want to watch. I mean, there's huge channels out there that you barely even edit, and they just have a great personality.
Okay.
You
want to say anything else?
I think any last words, it would just be like, I guess enjoy life, because time goes by quick. Last 6 years that I've run my business has just flown by. So enjoy the little things. Be grateful every single morning for first waking up. A lot of people don't wake up every single day. Another reason why we're actually here is because we're visiting someone that we lost last year.
Oh, much condolences.
So yeah, ever since then, like just opens your eyes more. Like, hey, like you gotta be grateful for everything. And think even if I didn't have everything I have now, I would still be grateful and thanking God every single day for just waking me up. So that's it, just to be grateful.
Tell everybody your YouTube channel, your Instagram, your TikTok.
Yeah, so you can find me anywhere, just through my name, Jaime Ibanez. I think even if you just search a vending machine on YouTube, I think I should be at the top, hopefully, if the algorithm starts kicking in again. Same thing with Instagram, just Jaime Ibanez. Same thing with TikTok. And yeah, you guys should start seeing me post more often soon.
So you're going to start posting more often?
Yeah, I'm trying
once a month or like once a week?
No, I'm trying to do like 3 times a month.
3 times a month?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
So every 10 days.
Yeah, I seen when you posted, I was like, oh man, my man posted, man.
Yeah, no, because it took me a year since I posted, so people in the comments were like, oh, nice to see you again. We'll see you in 2 years.
Did you take offense to that or you?
No, because I know they're like joking or whatever. Some people did like actually get upset.
You got cursed out for not posting?
Yeah, because people are like, there was literally like just 1 or 2 comments. But one of them was like, oh, like, you forgot about us, like, see you, I'm out of here, stuff like that.
So they unsubscribed?
Yeah, so they unsubscribed.
So they forgot that they was following you?
Yeah. But no, I do, being in YouTube, like, you can't, like, get comments get to you, especially YouTube. It's something that I do because I enjoy doing it. A lot of people, like, might do it because they have to for work or anything. Which, yeah, the money that comes from YouTube is great, but again, I do it because I enjoy it. That's why.
All right, man. I appreciate you, man.
Of course. Thank you again.
Man, you the man.
Nah, you are. Thanks for the invite, and hopefully there's a part 3 in a few years again.
6 months.
6 months.
I'm gonna fly you out. I'm gonna fly you and your girl out.
Sounds good. Well, yeah, hopefully, you know, we've been growing pretty quickly. We actually doubled our vending business in the last 6 months. So hopefully in the next 6 months, I got, you know, more news to be able to talk about.
Appreciate you, man. You the man.
Thank you.
Welcome to my channel. This is Mario Lord, also known as Real Estate Guru PK. On this channel, we talk about my real estate endeavors. We also have the top real estate producers and the top entrepreneurs in the country. Be sure to click the link below with Justin P with his Support Black Colleges marketing course. Also with Jason White's Crack the Code affiliate link, click that below as well. Also to support the channel, Webull, M1 Finance, Chase, Discover, Robinhood, and Public, a stock trading app. We hope you enjoyed this episode. This is Real Estate Guru PK signing out.